Welcome back to another video with the Hockey Coach Go, co-friendship for the Hockey National Show. Today, it's my prediction between the Edmonton Oilers versus the Colorado Avalanche. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you anything you need to know. The stat, the roster, the injury, everything what's happening between the Oilers and Avalanche this year and what could happen at the end of this series. But before we start, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the show, sharing this video, and please leave me a comment below this video. Tell me what is your prediction between the Oilers and the Avalanche. The first thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is the by number. The first game of the night is going to be tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. We're going to do the live stream, play-by-play commentary, so join us at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The game is in Colorado. The Edmonton are 8-4 during this playoff so far, 7-3 the last 10 game, 5-2 at home, 3-2 on the road. For the Colorado Avalanche, 8-2 only in 10 game, and they are, of course, 8-2-0 the last 10, 5-1 at home, and 3-1 on the road. The power play pretty even. Number one in the playoffs so far, Colorado. 5th for the Edmonton. Penalty kill advantage the Edmonton with 6 versus the 11. The goals for both of them are really, they score over 4 goals per game, guys, and they are the best team in the playoffs so far. The goal, again, pretty even. A little bit advantage the Colorado Avalanche. The shot for the number 2, the best in the playoffs so far for Colorado, 6 for Edmonton. Face-off, advantage again, Colorado, 49.5, Edmonton 47.2. Block shot, advantage Edmonton with 17 block shot per game. The hit, little bit advantage the Colorado with 30, almost 38. Finally, the giveaway. This is really where I believe the Colorado have a bigger advantage. They don't give a lot. They puck possession most of the time. They are second with 5.13. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the series. Not only the series, but what happening this year. Colorado win the series 2-1. The player, I'm going to disappear, guys, to give you a better chance to watching this. Goaltender Smith is 8-3 this moment with a save percentage of 927. 2.70 is the goaltender number 1. For the Colorado, Crumper is 6-2 and with a save percentage of 904, 2.44. Advantage for me, the Crumper. The one thing I would say to you, I make a mistake for the leader. I put the Blues template, but it should be the Oilers. McDavid, Draisaitl, number 1 and 2, the best scorer in the playoffs so far with 26 points. Both of them are 7 goals, 19 assists. Following by Kane, number 1 with most goals in the playoff with 12. Simon is at 12 points, following by R and H with 11. For the Avalanche, Colorado, McKinnon and McCarr, both of them are 13 points. Landeskog is at 11 points, and so Rantanen. Kadri is at 10 points. And all-time series so far, Colorado have an advantage of 7-5. What is the strength for the Edmonton? Of course, it's all about McDavid and Draisaitl. But I like also the secondary scorer. Talking about Zeman, have 8 goals. Kane, 12 goals, guy. And that's what they gave them 20 more goals. And that's really important for the Edmonton if they want to beat the Colorado. Both 4 of them I'm talking about, they need to consider what they accomplished so far. The power play for Edmonton is really good. And I think that gave them an advantage because the PK for Colorado struggled a little bit. For the Colorado Avalanche, the speed of the game, like the Edmonton, but again, from McCarr is really the difference between every position they have. The McCarr situation is really unique, and it can be a big strength in that series. The depth, I believe the depth of the Colorado overall is better and stronger compared to Edmonton. And of course, also like the power play for Edmonton, the power play of the Colorado Avalanche is really strong and very good and very strong. Now, the concern, the Edmonton have to be concerned about the speed of Colorado. They never play yet in that playoff series any team like Colorado on the offensive side and the speed of the game. Finally, which Mike Smith we get? Mike Smith great or the Mike Smith bad? We saw both of them. That's what we're going to see. Is it because he's 41 years old, can be a little bit more tired more longer the series go deeper. That's what we have to figure out. That's maybe my little bit a red flag for the Edmonton Oilers. On the flip side, the concern for me, Colorado, is their PK. They cannot be a lot on the penalty box because Edmonton have a strong power play and they struggle, Colorado, on the unit special team as a PK. Finally, same situation with Mike Smith. We are a little bit concerned about Quimper. Give a couple bad goals. That's something we have to be concerned about that. That's conclude, guys. All the number you need to know. But now I'm going to bring you this one over there. 3 games they play each other. March 21, they play the first game between each other. Avalanche win 3-2 in overtime. April 9, Avalanche win 2-1 and shootout. And finally, the last game of the year, the Edmonton Oilers beat Colorado Avalanche by a score of 6-3. Let's a little bit more the head-to-head situation between the skater. McKinnon have 5 points versus Edmonton the most. McCarr have 3 points. Rantanen 2 goals against them. Quimper is 2-1. He was the goaltender for 3 games. Save percentage of 9-1. McDavid have 4 points against Colorado. 5 points for Kane with 4 goals. Pretty impressive. And Mike Smith played 2 games against them. And I want to talk about the season start and the roster breakdown. And let's starting with the roster breakdown first. You can see the forward versus the trend between Colorado and Edmonton. Of course, McDavid is number 1, but I think overall, advantage Colorado. The second line, you can starting to get a little bit more deeper. The Colorado still have a little bit advantage. You go third line, you can see again, pretty good for the Colorado. 4 line, give a little bit barely advantage for Edmonton, but for the defense, advantage first pairing, Taze and McCarr. Pretty even second pairing. And then the third one, it's pretty little bit more advantage the Edmonton Oilers. Goaltender, advantage Quimper versus Mike Smith. Now, the season stat, I don't go to go deeper about this one there. You have 1 for the season, 1 for the playoff. You can see which team have a better versus the another one, and you can read each one of them. But you can see, for me, overall, a little bit more advantage the Colorado Avalanche. The compare, the McDavid versus McKinnon. We know their value, what he can bring to their team on different asset of the game on the offensive side. A little bit slightly McDavid on my eyes right now compared to McKinnon. But again, they are the mothers of that team. And we'll be interested in what they're going to perform against each other for the first time in the playoff. Finally, the secondary. We know what Draisaitl versus Rantanen. So far, Draisaitl is all over Rantanen. But again, Rantanen could be the guy who can make it fun also for the Colorado Avalanche. I don't want to talk too much about those stats. You can take a time, read those information. That brings me, you guys, to tell you my prediction of this series. Let's starting with the goalies. I'm going to take advantage Colorado Avalanche. The defensemen, honestly, I need to go with the Colorado Avalanche. The forward, pretty even, slightly advantage the Colorado Avalanche. The coaches, I have to go with Colorado Avalanche. Whatsoever, Woodcroft does a great job with Edmonton. Power play, again, a little bit the Colorado Avalanche. The penalty kill, I'm going to go with the Edmonton Oilers. The physicality of the game, I have to go with the Oilers. Finally, the experience of this series playoff, I have to go with Colorado Avalanche. And the winner of this series, guy, and 6 game is the Colorado Avalanche. This is my prediction for the series between the Oilers and the Colorado Avalanche for the NHL playoff, third round for the final West Conference. That's conclude, guys, my video of the day, my prediction. I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me below this video, your comments. I'm going to reply for each one of you. Who is the winner of that series? Until then, my friend, I want to remind you, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Click on the likes. Please share this video and subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. Until then, we wish you an amazing, blessing day, everybody.